Hello guys, and welcome back to the CCNA video series brought to you by ABY Design and Tech. In this video, we are going to go through another variable length subnetting question. This will be the last video covering the subnet process in this CCNA video series, so let's just dive straight in, guys. The question: what is the network and subnet mask of the hidden subnet down there? The whole network has a network address and a subnet mask of 192.168.0.0/23. So pause the video, guys, and when you think you've got the answer, play it and let's work through this together. So I'm assuming that you've paused there, you've given this a thought and you've tried it yourself. Now watch how I work through this. So the first thing I would do, I would calculate what my subnet mask would be for the segment down here. So I need to think, how many host bits do I need to allow for 58 hosts in my subnet? Okay, so looking at my chart down here, 6 host bits gives me an increment of 64. So 6 host bits gives me 64. 64 minus 2 is 62. 62 allows for 58 hosts. So to work on my subnet mask, let's do 32 minus 6, which gives me a /26. So that's my subnet mask over here. Brilliant. Now, to work out my increment, which is what I need to do next, I need to find out where my last binary one is and then put that subnet mask octet in binary into this chart down here. So using some simple maths, I know that obviously the subnet mask is broken down into 4 octets of binary bits. A /26 means that I've got 2 binary bits in the last octet followed by 6 binary zeros. So now let's input that subnet mask octet into this chart down here. So that's 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. Now I need to find out where my last binary one is. In this case, my last binary one is going to be over here. Then my increment is going to be 64. So let me write down my increment down here just to side note it for future reference. Now the next thing I would do, I would work out the next available subnet for each of these LAN segments. So in this case, a /25, that's 1 binary bit in the last octet. That gives me an increment of 128. To work out the next available subnet, I add 128 to this 4th octet. That gives me 192.168.0.128. Now let's move over to the second LAN segment. In this case, again, a /25 mask that has an increment of 128. Add 128 to the 4th octet. That gives me 256. Again, 256 is not a valid subnet mask value, or a valid IP address value, in fact. So I have to carry over the 1. So in this case, my next valid subnet ID would be 192.168.1.0. So that's the next valid subnet ID. Now let's work on the next valid subnet ID for this guy over here. A /27 is 3 binary ones in the 4th octet. That gives me an increment of 32. So add 32 over here. That means my next available subnet is going to be a .96. And guess what? This guy's a .96 as well. Now, I could work out the next available subnet for this guy. However, just from listing out the next available subnet IDs, you can see that we have a gap. And the gap is between this subnet and this subnet. So when we go through the subnetting process, we start off with the largest subnet and we award that the first subnet ID, and then we work our way down. So in this case, this guy's been awarded the first subnet ID, this guy the second, this guy the 4th, this guy the 5th, and that means the 3rd subnet ID should be awarded to this guy, and it is going to be this over here. So that means the hidden subnet is 192.168.1.0, and we have a /26 as the subnet mask, and that is the hidden subnet. So that's the end of the video, guys. And just to cover, or just to recap actually, we have covered another variable length subnetting question. Like I say, in order to become a subnetting wizard, you have to practice and practice and practice. So even if you don't get the subnetting process up until this point, go back and watch this block of videos again, and then try some practice questions. If you have enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, then please subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching.